Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign, Scorpio, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, you've got the Hermit card, right? So don't worry, this isn't you spending the oh my gosh, I'm going to be on my own. No, it's not that, right? You will be if you choose to. This could be a week where you decide to retreat into your own cocoon in order to strengthen yourself for the year ahead. This could be a powerful time for you to get really clear on the internal level about what it is that you want to manifest or create over the course of this year. I do advise you to spend at least one day this week in quiet contemplation to really start to figure out where the internal senses are pulling you. Where is it that your mind or your energy is asking you to go? Because that way, it's going to give you what you need to really start to see something shape up. The other thing with this card as well, remember it's a very deep card, the Hermit card. It asks you to look within, right? So take some time to really ask yourself over the course of this week, what is it that you want? What is it that you're prepared to work for? And more importantly, where is it that you do need to do something on your own? Not everything, you know, as the saying goes, if you want to go quick, go on your own. If you want to go far, then go with others. That very much is the truth. It's like a real fact of life. But what I will say to you is this week you might figure out where there is something that you do need to do on your own or for yourself, which is never really a bad thing. With that said, for those of you that are continued subbies, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you've got the 10 of Cups. This is beautiful, right? This is you focused on your home, it's you focused on your resources, but it's also you focused on your internal what's the word that I'm looking for? Your internal emotional outlook, right? This is, I think in a way, this is going to see you being very honest and very fair with yourself about what you need, right? About what and who you're surrounded by and how they either support or enhance the experience that you're having or not, as the case may be, right? So this is actually, I think this is actually a really good thing. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Page of Swords, right? So an interesting card to have here. Now, the reason being is this is a card of meetings. It can be a card of interviews, especially in the communication sector. It's also a card of initiation, right? So this week you could find that maybe some of the conversations that you're having are geared towards some form of a spiritual practice for some of you. Very possible. It could also be as well for some of you that this week you really are deciding to put a lot more time into the people that you connect to or with. Now you do have the Hermit card here, so it looks like you're doing that thing where it's like you're pulling yourself away to ask yourself, what do I want? What do I need? Who is it that's going to be able to help me get there, etc. This is great, right? Because there's a lot of self-honesty here. And then over the course of, the days that follow, there's you executing this. This is a great week for meetings, for any form of interviews. If you're having interviews this week or meetings, I would even go as far as to say specifically for you guys, this is a great time to be signing contracts as well. All right, so Mercury is stationing to go retrograde, but it's not retrograde yet. And Venus is obviously retrograde in the sign of Virgo, in the sign of Capricorn, sorry. But that's not such a big deal, because it's an energy that's already underway now, right? So we're all kind of in that space. It's usually like when it changes directions, when it's when it's actually stood still, that's when it gets a bit more intense, all right? For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be new responsibilities. It may be that your work this week has a bit of a lonely element to it. So you might be given new tasks, etc., that kind of see you having to work on something for yourself by yourself. And that's okay, right? This is going to see you maybe adjust to your new responsibilities in some way, which I think will be important for you. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, etc. One way that this might show up for you is you are either interviewing a new person for your business, maybe you're hiring your first person for your business. You know, if you're a one-man band like me, maybe this is the week where you decide, actually, you know what, I'm not going to be a one-man band anymore. So this could be you bringing somebody in, you know, which is always a good thing. It might also suggest to you as well that this week maybe you're having to change direction on something. So this could be a week where maybe after that moment of contemplation, you realize, actually, you know what, that doesn't really work for what I'm trying to do. So I have to take it in a different direction. And then finally, for those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, this would be a really good week for you to ask yourself, excuse me, I'm so sorry. This would be a really good week for you to ask yourself what you're ready to initiate now. All right. So I have to say, like, this week, even if it's just a day, spend one day in silent, quiet contemplation, because I really feel like your inner self is starting to give you messages about what you should be doing. And it's important that you're able to pick them up. And the only way that we can listen to our inner high priestess is if we do the hermit. For your love and relations, you have the Page of Wands, right? So what do we see here? We've got two pages. Two pages represents disquiet. This is interesting to me because you've got that Hermit card, right? So you may want more quiet time, more rest, relaxation, etc. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the universe is going to be giving you that. So this is something you're going to have to find a way to balance this stuff out this week. Now, in terms of love and relations, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, what a beautiful energy, right? You've got the card of home, hearth, love, connection, warmth, peace, happiness, with the energy of the Page of Wands, right? So there could be a message coming through or from the family this week where maybe your assistance is being called upon. It might be something that I almost want to say, like, there's a part of you that's like, I'm not getting involved in the drama. Which is great. I'm just not sure that it's going to be the case that it will stick, right? You might have that intention, but you may not be able to, you know, you might end up being pulled into something inadvertently, right? Now, on a more sort of brighter note, that Page of Wands is gorgeous, right? Because this is, it's fiery energy, but it's like youthful fiery energy, right? So it's like the light of a candle, you know, on a sort of cool, dark evening versus a roaring fire in summer. Do you know what I mean? Like it's bringing warmth to the partnership, to the relationship. It's also bringing creativity and joy. This is pregnancy energy. This is fertile energy for a select few of you. Not all of you, but it's definitely possible with that mix of cards. Pages can also represent children, so you've got two pages here as well. So again, very possible. For those of you that are single and looking, get out there, right? This is a time, whether this is firing up those apps that you'd sworn off, you're right, whether it's joining internet dating, whether it's going ahead to events, you know, there's so much potential in your dating life this week. Be open to invites is what I want to say to you. And then finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Page of Pentacles, right? So the first thing that I want to talk about is for finances, money and resources. The Page of Pentacles is great because it suggests that you're making money from your own steam, right? So, and the only way that I almost want to say, like, you're making money, or there's a potential to make money from something that you love to do. All right. And like the finances and the resources that are showing up or shaping up for you this week, it's just the start. Right now, you got 3 pages here. 3 pages can represent a dispute of sorts, right? And like I said, for some reason, I don't feel like this has anything to do with you. I feel like it's something that you're either going to be drawn into or someone's going to try to draw you into. And this week it's kind of like, no, you know what? I'm too busy creating all of this wonderful stuff to get sucked into this. So just be careful because it is hanging around. When it comes to your home and environment, the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is a nice card for home and environment because it suggests that you're working on the home, right? You're doing maybe renovations, maybe you're beautifying the home. Page of Pentacles, it tends to be that you're working on the external aspect of the home in some way. So maybe the garden, or, you know, maybe you're putting in decking, like it could be anything. You know, if you're in the northern, you know, maybe you're clearing away all of the winter dross. And then for your physical health and vitality, for me, the Page of Pentacles very often talks about the throat and the voice. So you might find this. It's also a week where if you are launching into any health regime, start slowly, all right? Don't just go straight in at a 10, because then there's nowhere else to go. And the chances are you're going to end up doing yourself an injury. So slow and steady is going to win the race. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Happy New Year to you. I truly hope 2022 is a wonderful year. Take care, and I'll see you soon.